Donut Operator could have single-handedly stopped the global war on terror before it even started. That's right, and I'm not talking about some time travel shenanigans. It turns out that there's a very decent chance that had Donut Operator been born just a few years earlier, he could have stopped the entire global war on terror. It's not really an exaggeration either, because we're going to listen to him talk about it in a minute, and you'll see exactly what I mean. But the basic gist of it is, at some point, Donut Operator actually found a flaw in flight software. Specifically a flaw where it was not updating avoidance maps to get data about tall buildings. Because theoretically a plane, while it's flying, should automatically avoid large objects in the sky. Because it's not like the large objects are moving, right? The buildings don't move around. So there is a map of them, and planes shouldn't be able to crash into a building if they're working correctly, because there's a system that knows where all these buildings are and can just turn automatically, which would have stopped a particular attack, leaving us with 2 towers still standing in the sky of New York City, which unfortunately fell in September of 2001. So what am I talking about? Well, let's listen to Donut Operator explain exactly what happened, because it's wild. Right after you hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's get into it.
Let's cut back to how Cody caused 9/11.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. You can't just kind of drop that on me like, oh, I'll figure it out later.
If I would have been born like 10 years, 12 years earlier, I could have prevented 9/11. Because
what are you, Mark Wahlberg? What's happening right now? So I could have stopped it. What's going on?
There's been a lot of blood in first class.
I found, when I was an avionic electronic technician in the Navy, I found a flaw in all civilian and military aircraft where they haven't accounted for buildings being built the past 25 years to avoid automatically in the navigation systems.
Like they do for terrain. And
like they do it for terrain, but they haven't accounted for skyscrapers in the past like 30, fucking since skyscrapers have been built.
Yeah.
So I brought that to Northrop Grumman and worked with engineers on it, and they corrected that and started putting skyscrapers in the navigation systems.
You got a Navy Achievement Medal for that.
I got a Navy Achievement Medal for it, and I was only an E3 at the time.
Oh my God, congratulations. But also, dang, I see it though now.
Yeah.
Just a couple years early.
Just because you were fucking lazy.
You were
how
late.
old were you during 9/11?
12?
What a piece of shit.
Can't believe he really just...
I fucked that up, man.
That's right. Donut Operator actually could have stopped 9/11 from happening, because when he was in the Navy, he asked them to update the system to add in tall buildings to the navigational system so planes would avoid them the same way they avoid mountain peaks or other weird natural phenomena. Which, yeah, I mean, if you think about that, the logical conclusion of that is, had he done that earlier, had somebody like him been around in the year 2000, the planes would have avoided the towers and thousands of lives would have been saved. Which is unfortunate, because now every time I think of Donut Operator, I'm going to think about the fact that he's the guy who could have stopped 9/11, but he just wasn't born at the right time. Now, if you're wondering where that clip is from, I just want to give credit for it. It's from the Unsubscribed podcast, and the episode is History Stories You've Never Heard and the Insane Scamming Industry, and it's episode 230 of their podcast. Give that a watch if you'd like. I'll have it linked in the description. But can you imagine being Donut Operator, having to live every night, going to bed and going, man, I could have stopped that. That's going to be such a crazy feeling to know that you could have been the guy that stopped everything that came from 9/11. Because think about it, if that didn't happen, would we have gone to war in Iraq? Would we have gone to war in Afghanistan? Would we still be in Syria? Would we be in Libya? That one day in September of 2001 had major effects on not just US history, but world history, human history. And it all could have been avoided had somebody just had the same idea Donut Operator had, but a few years earlier. Anyway, I saw this and I just thought it was so interesting that I had to share it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Would you be able to sleep at night knowing that you could have stopped this? Because I don't know how Donut Operator does. That's got to be a lot of weight on your shoulders. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.